Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Techie Sugan. In this video, we are going to learn about collection data type. In collection data type, specifically we are going to learn about tuples. Tuples are collection of related data separated by commas stored in a name. That is a tuple. The same definition we have seen for list. Let us understand the difference between tuples and lists. Then we will move on to further accessing of tuples. First, let us see how to declare a list. To declare a list, we will be declaring in such a manner by using square bracket. To declare a tuple, we will be declaring such a way by using parentheses. This is a basic difference between declaration of your tuple and list. In case of list, it will be declared by using square bracket. In case of tuple, it will be declared by using parentheses. And the next thing is, by default, lists are mutable by nature. Whenever I mean that mutable, once I have declared a list such a way 1, 2, 3, if I want to add some value in this particular list, I can add it by using either by using append method or by using insert method I can insert it, or by using extend method I can able to extend the list, or by using delete method I can able to delete the element in the list. All these things are possible in case of list, where the modification of list is possible once it is being declared. But in case of tuple, tuples are by default immutable by nature. Whenever I mean that immutable, tuples are not changeable. Once it is declared, it cannot be changed. This is a basic main difference between tuples and list. Now we will move on to how to create a tuple. We will see with creation. Whenever in case of tuples, I will declare such a way my tuple assign parentheses. This is a simple example for declaring an empty tuple. Clear? I have declared it. If at all you are calling this particular tuple, you can notice this. There is a typo error. Let me call it again. My tuple. So whenever I am calling it, you can notice that empty tuple is being declared. If you want to know the type of it, I can give type my tuple. So what happened? The type of this particular tuple is going to be declared. This is how to create an empty tuple. And next we can declare a tuple with values. I will declare tuple with values 1, 2.3, a, true. Such a way I can initialize tuple. Clear? And if you are printing, it will be printed in a parenthesis to mention it is a tuple. Clear? We have seen two methods, how to declare an empty tuple and how to declare a tuple with a value. And one more method. Let me declare a tuple such a way and I will initialize a value without parentheses such a way. 1, 2.3, a, true. Whether it will be treated as tuple? Yes, it will be treated as tuple. Now when you are printing this, you can notice that it will be treated as a tuple. So what is the different way of initializing a tuple? Either it can be given empty parenthesis such a way, it is also a creation of a tuple, or creation of a tuple followed with a parenthesis, or creation of a tuple with a comma separated value. These are the different way of creating a tuple. We will see one more method. If I want to initialize only one value, let me give tuple 2 and let me initialize a string for it. Sugan. If I initialize a string for it, if I print this tuple, I have given this Sugan inside a parenthesis. If I print this particular tuple, you can notice that a string is printed, not tuple is printed. It is not a tuple. Whenever it is a tuple, it should be given inside a parenthesis. If at all you have a doubt, just give type of tup2. So the type of this particular element will be printed. So it will display only as tuple. It will display only as string, not as a tuple. So if you want to initialize a tuple with single value, we can do such a way, a single value followed by comma. Clear? I can do such a way. Now if I call this particular tup2, you can notice this particular data is printed as a tuple. This is a way for creating a tuple with a single value. I hope so you are clear with the creation of tuple. We have seen different way of creation, either creating as an empty tuple or with a value along with a parenthesis or comma separated value as a tuple and single value as a tuple. And next we will move on to how to access a tuple. Accessing tuple. Clear? In case of accessing, there are two types of accessing. One type is indexing. In case of indexing, there are two ways. Those are positive indexing and negative indexing. These are the two types of indexing which is available in tuple. And next is slicing. These are the two common methods which is used for accessing a tuple, indexing and slicing. First we will move on to indexing. Let me take one tuple with the value 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Let me take this as my initial value. And now we are going to perform indexing on it. Let us do positive indexing. If I give my tuple of 0, what will be printed? The element at the 0th index. The element at the 0th index is 10. So 10 will be printed. If I give my tuple of 1, the next value which is nothing but next to 10 is 20 will be printed. Such a way my tuple of 2, the next value which is nothing but 30 will be printed. Clear? This is a way to access the element with positive indexing. In case of negative indexing, if I give my tuple of minus 1 in the sense it will start from right to left. So minus 1 in the sense it will print 50. Clear? If I give minus 2, it will display 40. If I give minus 3, it will display 30. This is how your negative indexing works. Your positive indexing works from left to right starting with 0, and your negative indexing work from right to left starting with minus 1, minus 2 and so on. And next we will move on to slicing. In case of slicing, we are having 3 parameters to be implemented. Your first one is start, another is your end parameter, and last is step parameter. Whenever I mean that start, the default starting position of your slicing element is 0, and the default end value will go only till end minus 1. It will not go till end, and the default step value for each and every iteration is existing value plus 1. Let me take this same tuple, my tuple, and we are going to implement this slicing. Now let me implement my tuple, and followed by, let me start with first index to third index. I want to print it. So if you are giving first index, so 0, 1. So first index, second index. Your third index will not be included since it's going to iterate only till n minus 1. So end minus 1 in this sense it will not go till third, it will go only till second index. Such a way it will be accessed. In case you doesn't give your starting value, you are given only your end value, it will start with your 0th position. If the start position is given, it will take the start position. If the start position is not given, it will start with your 0th position. Clear? In case the end value is not given, you are given from 1 and the end value is not given, it will iterate till your end of your tuple. This is how access it. So I hope so clear with start and end. And next I will move with your step value. In case I didn't give my start value and end value, I have given my step value as to what happened. It's by default start with the 0th position, and default step value is 1. I didn't give 1, it is given as 2. So 10 will be displayed. Then second 2 iterations, so 30 will be displayed, and next 50 will be displayed. Your step value, the step it moves from one value to the other value is 2 value. So first step is 20 and second step is 30. So from 10 to 30, from 30 to 50 will be displayed in case of step value is given as 2. The same case where you can give your step value as minus 1. If your step value is given as minus 1, what happens here? It will be start printing from your reverse. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So what happened? Minus 1 in the sense 50, minus 2 in the sense 40, it goes to 0th position. This is how it will be executed. Clear? This is all about your slicing. And next we will move on to deletion operation. Deletion or modification of your tuple, where deletion can be done by using a keyword called del. Let me do it. If I call my tuple, you can notice that this is your tuple value. If I want to remove 20, the element 20 is at the position, first position. If I give my tuple of 2, del of my tuple of 2, del is used for deleting it. If you are trying to do this operation, it will throw me an error where deletion of specific element is not possible. Since tuples are immutable by nature, you can't do any changes at all. So then what is the use of this del keyword? By using this del keyword, I can able to remove my entire tuple, not the single value. The entire tuple will be removed. Now if you are calling your tuple, you can notice the tuple not defined. Clear? This is how to access the tuple. I mean that this is how to delete the tuple where single deletion is not possible. And next we'll move on to modification. Whenever I mean that modification, I told you that where tuples are immutable by nature, the values cannot be modified. In case if I given such a way where list inside your tuple, if the element is declared such a way, here what is the position of apple? Position of apple is 0, 1, 2. From the second position, my tuple, let me print it from the second position. So 0, 1, 2. Second position of first value is denoted by apple and second position of 0th value is denoted by 30. And these two elements are given in a list. Now if I want to modify this, whether it is possible. It is possible to modify a list inside a tuple where 10, 20 and 50 cannot be modified since they are tuple, where 30 and apple can be modified. Let us assume I want to modify this value 30. How can I modify? I can give such a way, I can assign orange to it. Now let me print this tuple. Now we can notice that where 30 will be modified by orange. Since this modification is possible, only this is the tuple, that is the reason it is possible. Where if you are trying to modify this 10, 20 and 50, it is not all possible. Whenever you are declaring a list inside your tuple, by default list are mutable by nature. So this modification is possible. I hope so you are clear with this. And next we will move on to concatenation. Concatenation, or I can simply mention as joining of two tuples. Okay, and this concatenation is done by using plus symbol. For example, I told you that where tuples are immutable by nature, once it is declared, it cannot be modified. So let me assume that your first tuple is with the value, let it be tuple 1, it is with the value 1, 2, 3. And let me declare one more tuple, tuple 2 with the value 4, 5, 6. I want to join these two tuples. Joining of two tuple is possible where you can able to store in one more tuple. Tuple 1 plus tuple 2. As I told you that only tuple 1 and tuple 2 cannot be modified. It can be added and stored in a one more tuple where joining of two tuple is possible. And next is replication. Replication, or I can name it as duplication. Okay, this is done by using star symbol. So I can mention this tuple 3 star of 2. What happened? The value will be repeated twice. If I given star of 3, the value will be repeated thrice. And next we will move on to few basic methods in tuple. There are only few methods which is available in tuple. The first method what you are going to see is count. In case of count, we are going to pass the element as my parameter. Okay. For example, let me take this example tup assign 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2. Here I want to find the occurrence of 2. How many times my 2 element has been occurred. So if I give count of 2, what happens? Number of occurrence of 2 will be displayed by using this count method. And next is index method. In case of index, it will display the index position of the element what you are passing. For example, let me give tup dot index of 1. Your output will be displayed as 0th position. So if I give index of 2, since 2 has been given multiple times, it will display the first occurrence of index position of 2. Clear? This is the use of these two methods, count and index method. In case of tuple, only two methods are available. One is count and other is indexing. I hope so you are clear with this video. In this video, we have covered how to create, what is the difference between list and tuple, how to create a tuple, how to access a tuple, how to do deletion and modification in a tuple, how to do concatenation operation, how to do replication operation, and how to implement methods of tuple, that is nothing but count and index. I hope so you are clear with this video. If at all you like this video, subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Thank you.